We start the show with something a little different tonight. It is the house that Jack built. Jack Dorsey, that is. Both Twitter and Square on fire today, now up 95% and 84% respectively this year alone. The two stocks have been dominating even their biggest tech rivals. So does Jack's empire have more room to run? And as the NASDAQ makes record highs, is smaller tech your best bet? Guy?
Yes, is the short answer.
Wow.
I mean, Jack's
great tune, by the way. I mean,
what was that?
You were tapping your foot, man.
Don't see you say that.
I see his feet from there.
Back
and
to the
people
question.
believe it. I'm not tapping anything, by the way. Back to the question. Yes, you can own Jack stocks. I mean, you look at Square, people say valuation 82 times forward earnings, crazy expensive. Now when it's growing at 70% EPS growth, so I would say Square has a lot of runway left without question. David will disagree with me, and we've thought about this for a while, but Twitter, which has now doubled over the last year, could it potentially double again? I think there's a shot. I mean, Twitter is now, people are figuring out that Twitter, it's not about daily active users, not about monthly active users. It's about the fact that it's news dissemination, and it's become one of the most popular mediums out there.
Is this partly media frenzy, media buying frenzy in Twitter right now?
Well, first of all, the fact that large advertisers are backing Twitter is very important. Again, back to what Guy said. I mean, what Jack's doing here, he's proven that they can grow revenues, not just 10, 15, we're talking 25 to 30% over the last couple quarters, and expectations are such. And DAU growth, daily active users, is in double digits for 6 straight quarters. So the metrics are actually very strong. And at a time when, whether it's Netflix, whether it's the other forms of distribution out there, this is a media company with massive distribution.
Well, the one thing that Jack has proven to us is he can run 2 companies and be the CEO. And, I was one of the people that probably said, listen, you can't ride 2 horses, one tookish, Jack. But he did it. He proved it to us. Yeah, you can't do that.
Now he's running 2 horses.
With one what?
With tookus.
One tookus.
Yeah. People will know what I'm talking about.
Industry term.
Nonetheless, that is an industry term. Nonetheless, Jack has proved, he showed us that he can do that. And then if you look at these 2 companies and take kind of a bigger picture step back, are you really going to stop using Twitter if there's a trade war? Are you going to stop using Twitter if Europe is slowing down? No, you're going to continue to use Twitter. You're going to continue to use Square. So that goes to, the smaller cap names in general will probably do better in this macro environment.
I get what you're saying, but I'm going to push back because if there is a trade war, if there is a slowdown of any sort, the advertising dollars are going to slow down, and the small business usage of Square might slow down as well. So those are 2 things that
could maybe or maybe not, right? If your business is slowing down, maybe you say, you know what, I got to advertise a little bit more.
Look, I'd say Square in particular, there's competition that's going to heat up a little bit. So the stock's had a tremendous move. Look, I agree. This is of the 2, I'd say I'd own Square over Twitter. Twitter still, they're losing market share in the most valuable market, the U.S. They're losing market share.
To who?
Period. To Facebook, to everybody else.
There's no comps.
Listen,
there's nothing close to it.
You look at Facebook. Facebook's growing their top line 40%. Twitter's growing their top line 16%. You look at the EV to sales. You got Twitter trading at roughly 11.5 times. You got Facebook trading at 9
but Twitter
times.
and Facebook are 2 different web properties. Very different products.
They're not very different products. They're both monetized. It's based on ad growth, ad revenues, right? So you look at the
but that's like saying a newspaper is the same thing as a Facebook.
So can I ask you a question? Why would you pay why would you pay a premium multiple for a company that's not growing their top line?
You keep saying this thing about them not growing. They're growing revenues 30. They're going to grow revenues 30%
They're jacking ad loads. You have to guys. They're jacking ad loads. When you look at the markets that they gained in. Right, from an ad revenue perspective, they were international markets. Japan in particular, that is not a valuable market when it comes down to it.
Why?
The value of that particular ad user or that particular market is not as solid as the United States.
I've been a shareholder. I've been a shareholder for a long time. I've been a shareholder when there wasn't 6 straight quarters of double-digit DAU growth, and I've been doing it at a time when there wasn't on the eve of the World Cup, which is going to be massive. And again, Twitter is global. It's as global as any of these platforms that we talk about. And say what you want about fake accounts, the people that are on Twitter are as committed. And if you consider the engagement that goes on Twitter, if you're anything like Guy Adami, you're spending way too much time on Twitter. There you go.
I mean, he's tweeting right now. You're
I know
tweeting
he is.
right
He's
now.
It's called multitasking. We're engaging
Red-handed.
with the audience, and what is that, the 4th wall or something like that? What do they call that whole thing?
It is amazing though to think that more than a year ago, Twitter was below $15, and we're all lamenting Jack Dorsey and saying, what is Jack doing?
Right.
He can't run 2 companies. He can't do this. It's dying. It won't even get in a
We also made a comparison. And again, listen, David makes excellent points about Facebook and why he'd rather own Facebook than Twitter. I get it. But one of the things we said is go back to the early days of Facebook. People were calling for Zuckerberg's head the first 9 months to a year.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.